Good day, Rolf Aldring. We're living in a post-pandemic world, and it's now clear that we'll never go back to a world in which we simply go to the office to work. We'll always end up living in a hybrid world. What does it take to be an effective manager of others and the best team member you can be in that world? You know that you yourself and the people you work with, or the people you manage, will be spending some of their time working from home and some of their time working in whatever location that is set up by the company or the organization you work for. How can you be the most effective manager of others and the best team member you can possibly be under these circumstances? If you do a Google search looking for the answer, you'll find that the experts tell you need to develop your softer people skills. And then they move to abstractions like, well, that means being a better leader, developing your leadership skills. How do you as an individual really start the process of becoming a better people-skilled individual? Which soft skill has the greatest payback for you, the greatest payoff in the greatest number of business situations? There's a clear answer, and we know that answer from lots of academic research, decades of workplace experience, from coaching and developing and growing professionals. And we know that that answer has been tested out and attested to by countless working professionals. And the answer is, as Harvard Business Review is only too happy to let you know, the ability to ask effective questions. And that's true for every profession, every level of work, from the factory floor to the large organization board suite. Every career stage, whether you're starting or at the later stages of your career. Every person who works with other people. Every person who's engaged in learning and developing their professional skill repertoire can get better results if they know how to ask effective questions. If you think this is in fact the case, then you'll immediately move to another question. Which professional development programs will actually help you acquire and develop and deepen this skill, and why do they do so? Now, at this stage, we often get some pushback from the people we're talking to. They ask, don't we all learn how to ask questions as part of growing up? And don't we get better at it as part of being educated, first in high school and then university? Why do I need to take a separate course on it? We need to dig below the surface a little bit in order to understand this answer. And the answer comes from the fact that 20% of the skills allow us to deal with 80% of the situations we deal in the workplace, because people are well motivated. They work under conditions of normal, everyday workplace stress. And in those situations, 20% of the skills, the ones we acquire as part of growing up in our socialization, are good enough to allow us to be more or less effective. But there are lots of workplace situations in which people have different or conflicting or even competing agendas, or there's real time and budget pressure to deliver, which increases the stress under which a team works. Or you need to get below the surface to really understand what's going on so that you can implement an effective response to it. And in those situations, your soft skill levels in general, never mind your question asking skills, need to move up to the next level, need to go beyond the everyday. You need to become an expert, and that's a process which never stops. Once you start on this path, you'll be doing it and continuing to enhance your abilities to do this under an increasing number of situations and increasingly more complex or more stressful situations for the rest of your career. And so you need to pick a soft skill development program, whether it's asking effective questions or any other soft skill, that's been carefully constructed to give you a growth path which starts with learning and ends up with implementing that new skill effectively back on the job. You need to pick one which is based on best practices which come from researching and studying experts in that soft skill. And you need to really understand how that program has been constructed to facilitate the transfer of your new skills and the implementation of them and the use of them back on the job, because your payback only really comes when you're actually using them. At The Right Talent, we use two models to ensure that all of our programs, whether they're face-to-face or e-learning, have these characteristics. We very carefully looked at how people acquire and develop soft skills, and we developed what we call the sports skill model for soft skill acquisition. We have other e-learning programs which explore this model in depth, but it consistently underlies and structures all of the course development work we do. At the same time, we've developed a framework for understanding what managerial skill really is, and we see it as a series of layered skills which build upon one another over time. And we use this framework to really help people become next-level managers, which is a developmental process which takes more than attending a 1 or 2 day course or working through a couple of hours of e-learning. So you really need to think about this, and you need to understand that when you pick a soft skill development program, the skills have been broken down into a series of micro skills that you can learn one at a time and integrate into an effective in-the-moment response back on the job, that the people who are developing and delivering the course are experts, and they know how to develop programs so that people with different learning styles can benefit from them, and that the people who are constructing or delivering the course are themselves experts in the soft skill and constantly modeling it for you. At times in this e-learning program, you'll see a video clip. And in those video clips, you'll see a member, one or more, of the avatar team down below. They're here to help you see examples of the use of the 12 expert-level micro skills used by expert interviewers. And they'll help you acquire those skills yourselves so that you can ask effective questions either on the job or in the rest of your life.
I'm Samantha. Folks call me Sam. I am one of the avatar people that you will meet during this e-learning program. Our job is to demonstrate to you how to do things. As a result, you will see us model the best way to implement the various 12 expert-level micro skills used by expert interviewers. Watching the course sessions and our modeling video clips embedded in them is the first step in this learning through practicing cycle.
Now that you've met Sam, let's listen and watch her again as she briefly describes the accountabilities of the avatar team.
What will you experience us doing? How will the members of the avatar team behave? We will do 3 things during this e-learning program. First, we will model how to do something in the best way possible. Second, from time to time, we may model how not to do something. Third, at the end of one of the program sessions, one of us may tell you how to go about doing the practice work that you need to do in order to develop the smart habits that will allow you to transfer your next level interviewing skills back to the job and into social situations. The members of our avatar team are looking forward to working with you. Congratulations on taking the first steps to developing your asking effective question skills at work and in the rest of your life.
The Asking Effective Questions e-learning program meets these requirements, and so do all of our e-learning programs. They stand out as world-class. So congratulations. You're off on a great beginning. You're choosing to look seriously at an e-learning program which will teach you a core skill, asking effective questions, which will benefit you in countless workplace situations and also spill over and produce huge benefits in the rest of your life. Thank you very much. My name is Rolf Waldring.